What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Line in the Stars. I'm Jordan, and welcome back to the Fanhome USS Enterprise 1701-D build. And we are building stage 20 today and adding a couple more pieces of hull section onto our superstructure. This has been pretty cool, seeing all of the pieces leave the box. Like this one, it's only been here for a month or so, and some of them have been around for a couple of months. And so seeing the stuff leave the box and actually get onto the superstructure has been pretty cool. And so we're going to go ahead and today, instead of the last stage was a super heavy build, and so today, pretty simple, small package, am I right? And we're going to be putting this together and then assembling these two pieces onto the superstructure today. So let's go ahead and get unpackaging. And what's cool here is this battery pack that we have down here at the bottom is actually going to be saved for later, and it is the power source for the battle section, and it has a little on-off switch, which is pretty cool. I wonder where they're going to hide it. I'm curious about that, actually. So I was curious also about how they're going to approach that. It's like a little button. So yeah, there's a little on-off switch there, and you guys didn't see this build in the beginning, but let me tell you, I really struggled putting together this battery box. So I'm going to go ahead and set this one aside. We have our screws, and let's go ahead and get them open here. We don't have as many as last time either, so we're going to go ahead and have the DP screws over there. And then we have our BP screws. Got that one there. And just mark that up on each side so we know which side our screws are on. And I think that's all we're going to need for the scissors today. So we have our windows, and of the windows we're going to wind up using 18 clear and 17 of the dark. We have a couple of the pre-separated escape pods, which is really cool. Don't have to pull it off of a sprue, which will be really nice. So let's actually, I say all of these things, and yeah, Jordan, there's more to do. So let's go ahead and just put the escape pods right there. Get our lights off to the side. Not our lights, but our windows. And we have our BM screws. So let's go ahead and get those out as well. And I will put the package for that one out front, just as my little reminder. Alright, and then we have a reflector and hull panel section here. It's a smaller package for sure. It's a little tight in there. Alright, very cool. So there's our whole section. It's all resin here, and then our reflector. Very cool. We have our darkened windows and our LEDs. So we're going to go ahead and set our LEDs off to the side along with our lights, or windows, and then our trusty little card. So let's go ahead and put that away. Get this all set off to the side. I'm going to do some separation of our sprues and do our cleanup, and we will be right back. Alright, so I went ahead and got everything all cleaned up, ready to roll. So let's go ahead and start by assembling our escape pods and make sure that the red thing here points down so I don't have to rebuild this again. Last week was a doozy. Yeah, I had to rebuild everything. Oh, God. Did you get that in there right? Okay. So now what we're going to do, a piece of our electrical tape. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take this piece of pre-cut electrical tape that I have, and I'm going to run it. Oh no. This didn't happen last week. Right through here, and then probably put it up a little too low or too high. Get a pair of scissors here. Nope, I don't like that. So thankfully it's just a couple escape pods, so I'm going to go ahead and, this is a little too big, so I'm going to cut off a little bit there, a little bit there. I'm going to try this again. Once again, it wouldn't be an episode of our show if we didn't throw something across the room, or at least at myself. Goodness me. Alright, so now And this is just for the simple act of blocking light. Oh my god. I'm aware that I'm making this more difficult for myself, and it definitely wasn't this difficult last time. Goodness me. So, this right up here against the edge. Let's really just want to stick to it. Alright, there we go. Nice. I'm going to take my tweezers. Kind of push it down along here. Seal it in against the edge of the escape pod. And this is why I picked the electrical tape, because it seals up real nice against the surface. And this is all just for blocking light. And to push the escape pod down and make sure that it is nice and tucked into place. So, there's that. Let's go ahead and install our lights. So we're going to do 2 dark, 2 light. Right up here at the top. I have taken a pair of pliers and straightened out my tweezers, and that has been the game changer. For sure. Easy peasy. There we are. And we're going to go 2 clear. Here. And then we're going to do 1 dark, 1 clear, and then 1 dark, then 2 clear, and then 2 dark. Oh, sorry, it's 2 clear and then 2 dark. Okay, so now the next row is going to start with 1 clear one, followed by 3 dark, yeah, I didn't realize how bent up those were at the end. It took a minute to get them properly put back in place. Oh, this is working so much faster. Then 2 clear. And we'll actually just grab them off the table again. I remember I was able to do that earlier on, but then I just wasn't able to in the last couple episodes. Okay. Then we're going to do 2 dark. And then 2 clear. And then the next row is going to start with 3 dark, there's that. Nope, almost. There we go. Get it the place I wanted to go in the first place. There we go. And then we're going to do 2 clear. And then 3 dark. And then the rest clear. It was 18 dark windows, or 17 dark windows and 18 clear windows. We did here on this panel. We've done a lot of these now at this point. It's kind of cool. Getting faster. Definitely getting faster here. Alright. Nice. So those are all in. Very, very nice. Okay, so now let's go ahead. I'm going to trust this. So something's a little different about how far the LEDs reach into this stage. Something's just a little different about this stage. It seems like they recognize it. There's a little tab, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a little tab there that grabs onto it, and it wasn't as pronounced in all of the other ones. So I'm going to try to do this without any tape and try to just follow the instructions. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is take my part here and line it up properly, push down, and then we're going to do one BP screw. I'm going to go slightly in, and then I'm going to grab one of my sets of LEDs actually, and yellow is going to go on the top, red's going to go on the bottom. So tuck this one in there pretty deep. There we go. These go in much nicer. This seems to be a little bit different of a design, and I wonder if they recognize as they were going along that they need to change that a little bit. So there we go. Yeah, I'm feeling much more confident with how. Probably put that one a little too far. There we go. Yeah, okay. Wonder if we're on to something here. I think we are. So I'm going to tighten this one down. Alright. Then we're going to go ahead and get our other LED in. We're going to put the red LED in here. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased that they changed that, like, just mid-package. Like, that's kind of interesting. The other LEDs that we're putting in were very difficult to work with. Okay. So I'm going to screw in the screw closest to the connection point here. Very nice. And let's go ahead and get one more in there. And that's the last of our BPs, but I'll keep my package there. I was like, oh, I'll get rid of that. I'm an idiot. One of my favorite quotes from Super Troopers is, "Okie dokie Silio, I'm an idiot." So that was one of those moments. Alright, so there's that, and we'll see how that turned out. Very nice. There's our panel section all put together. Yeah, that's got much more efficient at putting these together. I'm pretty pleased with that. Alright, so now let's go ahead and give it a test, actually. I think the batteries in here are getting a little low. I'm going to need to change them if I'm being real before the end of this package. So let's go ahead and plug these in. So one of them is going to be just loose, so we're just going to plug this into, it says into certain ones, it doesn't matter, all the connections are just the same. So there's one set of lights, and let's go ahead and go over here. Just make sure our pins are going the right way. And there we are. We have our panel section, oh goodness, all lit up. So, that's all tested. We're ready to go. Let's go ahead and get this assembled into our saucer section. So, let's go ahead and disconnect. Pull that out. Just try to be as careful with those connections as possible. Alright, so now we're going to be assembling this one first, I believe. So, I'm going to go ahead and grab the saucer here. And hello, old friend. Here we are. Let's go ahead and get my scissors out of the way. And so we are going to install this. I'm going to go ahead and move my screws because I want to have the saucer facing towards me here right now because we're going to be going to the right. Just know that they're there. And we are going to, I'm going to push this up so you guys can see what I'm doing. This is one of the panels that comes along the edge as well. So in order to get these wires routed properly, I'm going to take them, kind of move them moving in this direction a little bit. Okay. and they are going to route right through here and head over in that direction. Nice. Okay. And then this wire is going to go through this way. Along with the LED. I'm going to bend it in its appropriate way if necessary. Now, pull on it here from the other side. Get the other LED out. So I may need to separate that out a little bit if I'm being real. Which I'm going to do. So I have a little bit more room to play with, so to say. That's now on the other side. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and flip the saucer over. Give it a turn. And see what we're working with here. Okay. So, those wires need to move out of the way a little bit. I'm going to start working on just one side for the connection right now. I'm not going to try to do both, as that can make things a little bit challenging. So I'm going to take these LEDs and bend them up appropriately. Kind of learned some things in the previous episodes to bend my LEDs up and then down where appropriate. So let us, there we go, that's nice. Panels start to move into place. And these are pretty tight fits, because of course they have to be, but sometimes with the LEDs, I'm just kind of like, and then it's, sorry, I managed to match up a thing here, so I'm going to grab one of my DP screws here. Get that put into place. You got one of them lined up, you take it. Get it connected, and then you're in a good position to get the next panel hooked up. So, let us line this up as best as we can. Move that wire out of the way. And see if we can't line up there it is. Let's see, there it is. So, there it is. Let's see. So our wires here. Specifically from this LED down here, causing some issues. So. There it goes. Gonna learn to push forward on it so that, there we go. Yeah, see, so it just kind of like, when it clicks and finally does its thing. There we go. Let's tighten up the other side. And we have our wires all routed back up and in. Very nice. That was a little less difficult than in the previous episodes. So let's see here, and that's the new one all set up. All right, let's see how that turned out. Turned out really good. Very nice. Very pleased with that. I think I might, in between packages, I'm probably going to come through here and work on trying to balance this out just a little bit here, but yeah, very nice. Oh, that looks so good. I'm super happy about that. All right, let's go ahead and see what we got for our next step. We're going to go ahead and bring back the piece that we built in a few episodes ago from stage 18. We're going to go ahead and, where are we going to be assembling this one? Oh, it's going to be the one that goes way up at the top here. I see. So this is going to be deck 3. Cool. So, with all these wires, holding this thing is starting to get a little bit complicated without trying to mess everything up. So this one is going to fit into place right here. And this is one of our, the whole plating so far has been a combination of die cast and resin. And this is one of our die cast pieces. So this one, the wires are we're going to bend them up, as is the way. And then we're going to have them move up and get moving in this direction. Kind of one of these things where take the wires and get them slightly moving like that. And bends it in 90 and then like a 45. 90 and 45. There we go. Okay. Okay, Sosa. Alright. So now I'm going to, if you look at the diagram here, this one connects in just like this. And then the wires feed up and over here and up and over here. Do that. Yes, they do. Okay. What I'm going to do is flip this over. Now, figure out why. Let's see. They give us a diagram where it kind of shows you how they want you to put it into place. Of course they do. So, we got our wires here. And the placement where we're going to put it. Here's a screw point. There's like a little clip right here that clips into the other piece here. And I see why it's die cast versus the other ones. Okay, so that's in its proper place. Now, how do they want us to route the wires? So that's going to come up and through this way. Had the wire bent. Okay, so after some careful manipulation, I was able to get that in place. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is secure that one with 3 DP screws. Do we have 3 DP screws? No, we don't. Very interesting. I will have to go grab one from my toolkit. Alright, so that's now ready to put into place. I'm going to go ahead and secure at least one before I go grab another screw real quick. Secure one. Uh-oh. And before we secure it with a couple of BM screws here, which is interesting. Go from DP to BM screws. There we are. Yeah, just kind of had to very carefully manipulate everything go through. And obviously it's a BM screw because we're going into the die cast. This is also a die cast piece right here. And they're clipping in together, which makes total sense to me now why they do that. So there's a clip in. Probably this entire ring is going to be die cast, which is super cool. Cool design. Very cool design. Okay. So that one, I believe, is in place. Oh, and would you look at that? And just like that, we have a bunch of our whole section put together. And just look at that. That's super cool. I am super pleased with how that turned out. There seems to be something different with this whole plate versus the rest. The LEDs went into place. It routed better. I don't know. I don't know what it was, but whatever it was, I am not going to look the gift horse in the mouth. That was pretty amazing. I'm really pleased with how that turned out. So, there we are, my friends. A nice, quick, and easy one this week. But a lot of progress done. We're getting quicker at putting together our whole panel sections here. And obviously, you know, like I said, you need to do a little bit of work on getting it all lined up and tightened down properly and probably torqued down in the correct way. But I think also as well, we will kind of wait for deferred judgment until we get the piece that, you know, decks, you know, 9, 10, and 11 around the front. The ridge to the end of the saucer, I think we'll kind of wait till then to defer judgment. So, if you guys have any tips, tricks, questions, comments, please leave them down below. If you'd like to support the channel, please like and subscribe. And my friends, thank you so much for watching. I know there's a million things you could have done today, and instead you spent a couple minutes watching me build a model, which is pretty cool. And until we see each other again, my friends, I hope you all have a wonderful day in this beautiful world, wherever you happen to be. And just remember that revenge is a dish that is always best served cold.